Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I'm going to review for you Parker's Astrology Cosmic Insight and Self-Care Deluxe Box Set by Julia and Derek Parker. And this is a pretty big box. As you can see, it's about 12 inches or more high and about 10 inches or so wide. It's published by DK. It's $40 in the USA and $54 in Canada. It says suitable for ages 18 and up. Okay, so this is what the top looks like. Side. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Side. And the other side. Okay, and the back says, explore the foundations of astrology to find guidance, support, and a true sense of self. Julia and Derek Parker are two of the most highly respected astrologers in the world. They have published over 50 books, including the critically acclaimed bestseller, Parker's Astrology, and continue to broadcast and lecture on the subject across the globe. This pack includes a 64-page booklet, 2 sun sign wheels, 12 zodiac cards, 12 planet cards, 12 house cards, and 3 astro dice. So, again, this was $40 at Barnes & Noble. I think with my discount, it was $36. And that is, I mean, I feel like that's a lot. So let's see if it's worth it. All right, so we slide this out. This is a drawer type box. And the first thing we have is the guidebook. Okay, so this is a matte finish, a fairly thin, soft cover guidebook. Tap into the ancient wisdom of the stars to find guidance, support, and greater self-awareness. Starting with this booklet, you can explore the zodiac signs to learn more about yourself and those around you. Discover how the planets and astrological houses can offer insights into your personality and what drives you in each area of your life, and master the components of this pack to harness astrological wisdom and live with intention. Of course, those are all things we probably all aspire to. All right, so let's take a look. Table of contents, how to use this pack, and it talks about the cards. Consider using these beautifully illustrated cards as an accessible way to assist in your astrological studies. Okay, so this, I am guessing, and I'm looking at it for the second time with you. I've just looked at it briefly once before this video. And so I'm not seeing this so much as an oracle deck as a learning product. Okay, so it talks about the astro dice. The fall of the dice can suggest new ways of looking at the positions of the zodiac signs, houses, and planets in your birth chart. It talks about the sun sign wheels. Turn the wheels to indicate some of the traditional associations of each zodiac sign, from lifestyle habits to ideal career. It goes on. Then it talks about each of the signs of the zodiac. And then it goes into each one in detail. It talks about basic Aries traits, traditional Aries traits, keywords. For Aries, it's assertively, urgently, forthrightly, and selfishly. Talks about basic personality, partnership, family, career, change, leisure and retirement, health, diet, and exercise. Then the traditional association of Aries, ruling planet, element, body area, which is the head, origin, the glyphs, power and plants, trees, flowers and plants, trees, herbs and spices, foodstuffs, animals, countries and region, cities, that's interesting, birthstones, gemstones, minerals, and metal. And then Taurus, and it goes this way. It has all of that information for each of the zodiac signs, which is super interesting. Okay, so I think that's pretty good right there. A lot of information. And then it talks about the planets and you, the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and so on. And what each planet means. Chiron. And I have to tell you something funny. When I grew up, there was no Chiron. It was Pluto. It was all of, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, Venus, whatever. Anyway, Pluto is one of them. And now it's Chiron. All right, or Chiron is one. And it talks about the houses and what each house represents. Okay, the first, like the sixth house. Oh, and this is kind of cool. So the first house, the house of Aries and Mars. The keywords are psychological motivation and well-being. This is the most important house of the birth chart. It is through this house that personality will be shown. And then the second house, the house of Taurus and Venus. The third house, the house of Gemini and Mercury. So it goes through all the houses that way. And then at the end, it has publisher information. And like I said, it's DK, which is a subsidiary or a partner of Penguin Random House. The illustrator of this set is Alexandra Wong, which I think is super important to tell you. Okay, and then it says a disclaimer. The information in this book is not a substitute and not to be relied on for medical, healthcare, or pharmaceutical professional advice. Please consult your physician before changing, stopping, or starting any medical treatment or using any plant-based remedies. Okay, and this is what we all say when we're doing readings, and unless we are medical professionals. I am not. Okay, so here are the wheels. And we have on this one, Aries. Let me see. Huh. Okay, so this is interesting. So Aries, we got animal, Mars, planet, Florence, England, traits and keywords, fire, career and hobby, firefighter, and team games. Okay, that is so not me. My sun sign is Aries, but I never fit Aries very well. Okay, flower and tree, birthstone and gemstone, diamond and amethyst. Health and exercise, must exercise and aerobics. Cattle and number 9. Tomatoes and beer. Ugh, no, tomatoes are fine, but beer, no thank you. Mineral, lapis lazuli and iron. Herb and spice, wormwood and cinnamon. Quality and body part, cardinal and head. Planet and polarity, Mars and Libra. City and country, Florence, England. Okay, so it does that for each sign, which is kind of cool. I like that. And then you turn it over. There's 3 signs here, 3 on the next side, and then there's 2 more here. So you can learn a lot about your different aspects. And then let's look at the cards. So right now, this looks a little overwhelming to me. So what I think I would have to do would be to take each part separately. Okay, so there's 3 thin decks of cards here. And then here's the astro dice. Okay, it's all nice and neatly in compartments with all of it. So here's the astro dice. And, okay, so that's interesting. Astro dice, and here we go. Okay, here are the planet cards. Okay, so each planet has, okay, so we have the planets, and then the associations astrologers make between the planets and human characteristics, Venus and love, Mars and energy, and so on, are well over 2,000 years old. These associations are also specifically Western, though there are often universal similarities. In ancient Chinese astrology, for example, Mars is associated with fire and Saturn with earth. All right, so we have the sun. Okay, so it has, on each card, it has the name of the planet or body, heavenly body, the sun. It says what house, what sign it rules, the keywords, self-expression and vitality, and then on the back it will talk about that sign or that planet. All right, so we have the sun, the moon, Mercury, and I'll choose one and I'll read the whole card for you, and then you can determine what you're going to get out of this set, because like I said, right now, to me, this is overwhelming, so I would need to take it one step at a time. But I'll tell you, there is a lot of information here. So we have Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. There's still Pluto, yay, and Chiron. All right, so let me go ahead and mix these up, and we'll pick a card, and I'll read you the back of it. So, Spirit, what does the viewer need to hear today? Okay, let's talk about the moon. It says, the moon rules Cancer. The keywords are response, instinct, intuition, fluctuation, and emotion. That's a lot like the moon card in tarot. It says, the myths that are associated with the moon, which rules the sign Cancer, tend to show her as feminine and beautiful, but often also as a cruel seductress. As Circe, she seduced Odysseus. As Hecate, she rewarded her favorites with riches. As Selene, she was seen riding her chariot through the night sky. Both in myth and astrology, she is associated with natural childbirth. Perhaps more importantly, she encourages natural instinctive behavior in a personality. There's a close connection with the emotions and also with the digestive system. The moon can make one patient on a good day or changeable and narrow-minded on a bad one. Alternatively, it can make one imaginative and sympathetic, but at times somewhat unreliable. All right, so that gives you an idea of what the planet cards are like. Then we have the astrological sign cards, and let me see if there's a title card. I don't think so. Okay, so I'll show you the pictures and then we'll pick one, and I'll read the back of it. So we have Aries, and I kind of like how the fire signs are in certain colors and then the earth signs are in other colors. Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and then back to Aries. So let me pick one of these cards. So let's get one. Okay, so Scorpio is the one we're going to read today. And it says, October 24th through November 22nd, traits: determined, intuitive, powerful, passionate, exciting, obsessive, and secretive. The keywords are intensely, passionately, and jealously. And the back says, the eighth sign of the Zodiac and the one with the highest energy level, its resources of both physical and emotional energy are second to none. Until Pluto was discovered and accepted into the astrological pantheon, Mars, the ruler of Aries and an important factor in physical energy level, ruled Scorpio. But Pluto rules Scorpio now, and its influence develops and energizes the emotional content of that sign. So here's a force to be reckoned with, and one that must be understood and channeled. Scorpio is the second sign of the water element and the third of the fixed quality. So here, the emotion of water is stilled and intensified. Its force must be positively expressed and directed toward the fulfillment of the individual. An unfulfilled Scorpio can become jealous and restless. All right, so, and the last pile of cards are the houses. And again, I'll just show you the pictures and then we'll choose one. The first house, the second house, the third house, the fourth house, the fifth house, the sixth house. And these are again colored similarly to the way that the signs are colored. So the seventh house, the eighth house, the ninth house, the 10th house, the 11th house, and the 12th house. All right, so let me see. Let's read one just to see what the information on these cards is. And this is the 12th house, the house of Pisces and Neptune. Keywords: seclusion, escapism, faith, and institutions. This is the house of seclusion and escapism. By tradition, it is linked to hospitals and prisons, but there are equally, if not more important areas under its rulership. Here is often a powerful indicator of the nature of the unconscious and of the root of psychological problems. As the 8th house represents the means by which we can come to terms with such difficulties, the 12th will help us decide their fundamental nature. Sacrifice is the 12th house matter and can be a theme when the house is in focus. In the end, You will usually benefit, since the strengthening of the character and the realization that psychological problems must be resolved will often be the result. All right, so that's that. Let's take a little closer look at the Astro Dice. Okay, so this one is numbers, it's a 12-sided dice, numbers 1 through 12. So that would be for the houses. This one has the astrological signs on it. And then this one, I believe, is the planetary signs. Yeah, the planetary signs. There's the sun, the moon, and the planets. All right, so cool. Now, as I indicated, this set has a lot of potential and a lot of possibilities. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I am overwhelmed by it, and I don't know if that's because I've just got a lot going on right now, or it's just because I haven't taken enough time with it. And I suspect it's because I haven't taken enough time with it. But I hope that I've at least given you an idea of what you can do with this set. And even though it's expensive, you may find that it is a very, very good value for what you get. Like I said, I may just do another video on it once I spend some more time with it. Maybe I should have spent some more time with it first, but I wanted you to see it because I was kind of excited about it, and I wanted you to know it's out there in case you are studying astrology. And I think, and I've been thinking about this, and I think what I'm going to do is get all my astrology card sets and get them all together and determine in order which ones I think are the best for a beginning astrologer, which would be me and possibly you. If you have this, if you have this deck and you use it, I would love to know what you think about it in the comment section below. So please let me know if you feel like it. And I want to thank you for being with me today. I appreciate you so much more than you'll ever know. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. This is my 800th video on this channel. So if you haven't seen the other 799, please go for it. Like I said, it's free to subscribe. And I definitely appreciate all my subscribers. We are over 1,200 now, and I want to thank you all for subscribing. And if you're not subscribed, thank you for watching. So, I hope that you have a very wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.